The last book that Swami Kriyananda wrote before his passing in April 21st of 2013 was a book called Love Perfected, Life Divine. And it was a book written originally by Marie Corelli, who was a very popular artist about 100 years ago, author 100 years ago in England, British, and she wrote quite a few books. Some are better than others, but all of them are entertaining because she wrote on spiritual themes. And sometimes her themes were bigger than she was, which was the case in this particular book, which was called, she called it Life Everlasting. And it was the story of a man and a woman who were soulmates through many incarnations. It's actually, even Life Everlasting is a really marvelous book, and it's said to be the only novel that Paramhansa Yogananda read from all the way through, which is quite a compliment. Swami always loved the book, but it was a little overdone, and she had a lot of prejudices and things that made it tiresome, and the theme was too big for her, because she just thought of soulmates in the way that people think of it. I fall in love, I have a passionate affection for you, you love me, I love you, you love me, I love you. It lacks a certain imagination at the level that they try to put it, and that's what she did in her book. And in fact, the end, the great glorious end, is he and she just get in this big yacht and sail around the world forever, just the two of them. Swamiji remarked once, if any two people can be all in all to each other, they must be exceptionally stupid. He had no, what do I want to say? He was not sentimental. He was profound, but he was not sentimental. So he took the book and he rewrote it. And he rewrote it beautifully. As it happens, I'm reading it again for many times I've read it. And it was the last book he wrote, and it was about human love, but human love in the divine. And interestingly, it was a subject that had always interested Swamiji. It just was a matter of interest to him. Paramhansa Yogananda spoke of it once. And he said, because if he ever spoke of it more than once, everybody would forget God immediately and start looking for their soulmates. Perhaps you would say, not me, but maybe you would say, yes, I would. He talked about it when he interpreted the Bible, that which God has joined together, let no man put asunder, which has been interpreted to mean that divorce is against God's law. Swamiji, again, without any sentiment, said, it's not always a victory to stick it out to the end, is how he put it, if you sacrifice your spiritual life for a human consideration. But these are all very deep subjects, and you may wonder what it has to do with Easter. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, okay? In the context of talking about that, because Master said in that case, he said that everything in the creation is dual, including the soul, that the concept of soulmate is a valid concept, this sense that we belong somewhere and that there is another half. However, as Master put it when he explained it, the union of soulmates is not the physical union of romantic and physical love. It is the union of the highest dimension of ourselves coming into oneness. And he said, before you are liberated, you are united with your soulmate. But your soulmate could be on another planet. It could come in vision. It's not the romantic way that people talk about it. Now, of course, however, we love each other and we have relationships on more and more refined levels. That's self-evident. So I'm not speaking against it. And in fact, how do we ever learn to have that perfect union? We have to practice when it's easier, don't we? And this book is all about the awful mistakes that people make before they realize what true love really is. And now I'm getting to the part that counts. In the context of this, when Swami was writing this book and speaking of it, he said, every individual longs to be loved. Speaking without sentiment, but truth. Everyone longs to be loved. And then Swami added, not just impersonally by God, but also personally by another human being. Everyone has that longing. And then he said, God would not plant that longing in the human heart if he didn't intend also to fulfill it.